Next is for parents and student athletes to really have a great understanding of when you're beginning your recruiting process, you want to present an athletic resume. Not just baseball statistics and analytics, but a baseball athletic resume. Who you are, what your desires are with regard to college, the complete college process. You basically are creating your brand, who you are, what you're all about, what your dreams, goals, desires are with regard to college. And this is really an individual-based athletic resume. You're not trying to follow someone else's, transcript, or you're trying to follow their pathway. You're trying to create your own template. This is something that is unique to your student athlete, who they are and what they are striving to become. You want to make sure that you're highlighting skill sets that are positive and beneficial to that athletic program. One of the things that most student athletes fail to understand is when you're going about your initial recruiting with regard to specific colleges, you want to make your resume specifically unique to that school. You don't want this to be a generic kind of highlight reel or email that's being sent out to the masses. You want to kind of script this and tailor this to the specific school and the specific staff that you have an interest in.
If you're going to email, I would urge it to be as personalized as you possibly can. I've gotten those emails before, hello, Coach Shank, and it's a school that I've never been at before in the past. So you can tell that you're just completely cutting and pasting. So I want it to be specific to our school. If you have interest in Southern New Hampshire, there should be something that about our program, first and foremost. And then, it doesn't need to be long, short and sweet, and include video. And if you're a position player, it should have, if you're an infielder, it should have you taking some ground balls, just probably about 10 ground balls, a few right at you, a few forehands, a few backhands, a couple slow rollers, and then a couple rounds of BP and maybe a couple in-game at-bats. And we're in good shape at that point. That'll at least allow me to get a feel of who you are, how your body moves, how athletic you are. And then depending on what I see there, now we can follow up on the phone, and we can talk and kind of see how you might potentially fit into Southern New Hampshire at that point.
If you do not know the name of the coaches on within the baseball program, that's probably not going to go over very well. You want to address the college coaches directly when you're beginning your communication with your college staff member, head coach, recruiting coordinator, etc. They want to see you in your entirety, meaning who are you as a person? Who are you as not only an athlete, but as a student? Can people within your community speak to your character, speak to who you are as a person, what your dreams are, what you are offering to that university as a collective whole and not just as a baseball player? Coaches are looking for tremendous role models to represent their program, but more importantly, their school, your future school. They want to know that when they give you gear and you have a logo on your chest or your visor or your hat, that you are going to be a tremendous representative, a quality representative of their school and program. So this is very important when you're beginning to engage with college coaches. Tell them who you are, why you feel you're a good fit, why you feel the school and the program is a good fit for you, conversely, why you are a good fit for the school and their program. You want to make sure you outline clearly the essential statistics of who you are, all the qualities and skill sets that you have as a student, as a person, obviously as an athlete, any significant achievements, meaning you don't have to write individual accolades like you hit 400. Talk about, led my team in hitting for 2 years, was a conference MVP, was a conference all-star. Things that are going to obviously show that you have elite skill sets or above average skill sets, but don't worry about your thoughts or your opinions. Speak to the earned accolades and earned awards that you have as part of a varsity team within your high school program. college coaches prioritize things like who you are as a person within the classroom, how you interact with regard to community service, charitable events within your community. You want to speak to who you are as a person, not just as a baseball player. Also, make sure you highlight that you know that they offer a strong criminal justice program, early childhood education program, and that fits your goal and for your life goals as within your profession or as a potential parent or spouse. You want to let them know that the school fits you over and above just your baseball team is really good and I want to play baseball there. When it comes to videos or highlight reels, I want parents to understand and student athletes to understand you really want to make sure your video is tight, meaning 60 seconds to 90 seconds is all that you need. You don't need a 5 or 10 minute video. You don't need 10 at-bats. You need to show from fairly close up when you can any kind of skill set highlight, meaning you got a big base hit in a game that scored multiple runs, or you hit a home run against a really tough pitcher, or you made a great play to throw a runner out in a big situation with first and third. Something that shows your ability to compete in an elevated game situation, or you want to show them, again, a progression of skill sets during the course of your school year. So maybe 1 or 2 clips of your freshman year, 1 or 2 of your sophomore, junior, senior, and so on. Keep it between 60 and 90 seconds. Also, make a video introduction. It's much better than a written email. Make it a video that introduces yourself. Hi, my name is Walter Beede. I am from Auburn, Massachusetts. I have a sincere interest in Vanderbilt University. I know that Coach Corbin, Coach Brown, are going to help me become a better person as well as a better student athlete. I feel my skill sets as a catcher fit what Vanderbilt has a need for. I have, and then really list out all the skill sets that you feel are going to help benefit Vanderbilt University, and then let them know why Vanderbilt University is where you want to attend as a student, as a person. Talk about Nashville, talk about its location, talk about its proximity via a flight from Boston or Auburn. Make sure that they know you've done your homework and you know where the school is, you know who the coaching staff is, you know what their expectations are, and that you fit their profile as a prospective student athlete.